feel prepared when going somewhere new. No matter the research or planning I may do, a new place, a new culture, a new way of life is always surprising. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, and the heartbreaking. Most of all, it's meeting all the beautiful and inspiring people who will change my life forever. Welcome to Cambodia! Hi, I'm Poppy, and I'm a travel blogger whose mission is to explore the globe while also educating the world about people, culture, and history, and sharing those stories that deserve to be told. This is Cambodia's, a story of turmoil and triumph. Hardship and war is all around us and unfortunately never really ending. It's hard to ignore even when we travel to places that we might perceive as the most beautiful on earth. Of course, it's a lot easier to ignore a violent past from something that happened a long time ago, but for Cambodia, its violent past is still very fresh in people's minds today. Now, before coming to Cambodia, I honestly had absolutely no knowledge about its language, culture, people, history, nothing. I decided to take all my energy and time here and really devote it to learning about Cambodia and its history and people, starting with the book, First They Killed My Father. April 17th, 1975. Just days after the New Year's celebration, when everybody's super excited, the Khmer Rouge, soldiers of the Communist Party, rolled into Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia. Everybody excited and cheering because the war is finally over. Everybody is slapping the soldiers' hands, jumping up and down, so excited, but not actually knowing who won the war or not. They were just excited that the fighting had stopped. But all of a sudden, all the cheering fell silent. And all the soldiers smiling turned into angry shouting, yelling at the people to get out of their homes, close their shops, surrender any weapons they have, and pack all their stuff. Everything was just chaos. From 1975 to 1979, around 2 million people were either killed or died from starvation and forced labor. That's around a fourth of Cambodia's population. The new communist government wanted to transform Cambodia into a rural, classless society, meaning no rich, no poor, and no exploitation. That meant no more money, no more normal schooling, no more religion, no more foreign clothing, nothing. Everyone was to be equal and everyone was to wear all black clothing with red scars as a symbol of alliance with the Khmer Rouge. These people were forced to work 12-hour days or more every single day with almost little to no food. They were given a food ration that just kept decreasing over time as they claimed to have needed money to fight the war, but giving the people absolutely nothing. They had no freedom. They didn't even have the freedom to know where their family members were. Sometimes soldiers would come over to their hut and say they needed their mother or their father, and then just never see them again. It was a very hard time for Cambodia, and in addition to these camps, there were also landmines that were planted throughout the country from different groups and different reasons. And worse than this is it's still unknown today where all these landmines are because they didn't exactly keep tabs about where each of them are located. Exact figures are still unknown as to how many are left, but they're guessing as little as 4 million to as many as 10 million landmines are still left throughout this country. Now, I don't want to freak you out if you are a tourist because Cambodia is still a place you should definitely visit, but it is definitely important that you're aware of this problem and that there are landmines, and if you're planning on venturing out on your own to areas that are kind of more remote, it's probably advise either not to or to get advice from the locals to, where are the safe areas. Here in Siem Reap, for example, is very safe. It's all been cleared, but you still will see a lot of beggars on the street that are missing arms or legs amputated, and a lot of it is due to these landmines. And so there's this one guy who sells books next to this cafe that my boyfriend and I go to every morning, and he lost his arms due to the landmines. And so I wanted to interview him and get his story, and this is what he told me.
I one and 49.
49 years old?
Yeah, 49 years old.
49 years old.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your story?
Nhóm thưa thể hiện khang Bát Bóng in khang bachai cái khang Đốc Min.
I was a government soldier in Battambang back in 1988. There, I had been training new recruits on jungle warfare techniques and survival skills when it happened. On my break, I went to get some food, and on the way, I bent over to pick something up that was in my way, and then I don't remember much else after that. When I was young, under the reign of Pol Pot, everything was difficult, but I don't really remember much, sorry. I eventually opened my own business, and now I depend on foreigners to help buy my books to support my family and pay my medical expenses. My goal is to pass on information about other people, share their stories and products. I hope people can post about it on their websites and Facebook. I want to help educate about Cambodian history, Angkor Wat history. I have nothing else to say, just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was really heartbreaking, but also really moving hearing this man's story and how he was able to find a way to be positive about the fact that he lost his arms. You know, he said that he wasn't at first, but he was able to find a way, and knowing that there are still a lot of people in his similar situation who have not yet dealt with this or found peace. And what's kind of even worse is that these landmines only cost around $3 to actually plant them, but to remove them costs upwards of over $1,000, which is just ridiculous. And that's why it's a huge problem, because if they have to get rid of 10 million landmines that they don't even know where they are, that's going to be a lot of money and a lot of time just to find them. Now, I know that this story has been really heavy, but with hardship, we also do find happiness and perseverance, and that's where Cambodia is truly a great example of this. It's really just remarkable and crazy to me to walk around these streets here in Siem Reap knowing the history and that it didn't happen that long ago, and how much they have progressed as a country to get to where they're at now. And now you're walking around and it's all full of life. Everybody's really excited and happy, really genuinely nice people. You know, I've been to other places in Southeast Asia, and just kind of the vibe I get from it is just really happy and welcoming, warm people. Right now I'm headed to go get my hair washed for only $2 with an hour head massage, which is pretty sweet. And I'm here with Lindsay, and every time we go somewhere, her baby's like a celebrity. Watch. You know, being here, I just feel really appreciative of, you know, the way I grew up in my life and what I've been blessed with. Like, it really makes you not want to take things for granted, and then also realize like how other people find happiness. Looking around, you know, when I came here, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a really fun video about Siem Reap, and I'm going to. The next video is gonna definitely be a lot more fun and not as emotional as this one, but it was kind of hard for me to do that because walking around, I don't know, I'd look at people and I'd see, oh, they look like they're in their 40s, 50s, and then I realized, like, you went through this. Like, you lived this, and that's crazy to me. Now everything is all full of life, and there's lots of tourism, and people are happy, and how did this have this violent past just a few years back, and now it's like this? And now this is a place worth visiting, and it's amazing, and more than that is the circus. Now the circus, that almost brought me to tears. If you want to see beauty and you want to see perseverance and something that will make you smile for 2 hours straight uncontrollably, that your face will hurt, then you need to visit the fair, which is the Cambodian Circus. I've never been to a circus before, and I've always wanted to go to Cirque du Soleil, but never had the expenses for it. Well, the circus here is only $18. Not that that should be the reason to go because it's affordable, but it's just not only amazing and all the exotic things they do, but it's about the people and the kids performing. A lot of these kids come from difficult social backgrounds, you know, maybe they were living on the streets or they're orphans, or you know, you don't know what exactly their background is, but they are taken in and then offered free schooling in exchange to become artists or circus performers, painters, whatever, and then all of the sales from the tickets, the merchandise, the refreshments, all of this goes to fund their education and to turn these people into professional artists.
So here in Siem Reap we have two missions. The first mission is to provide job opportunities to the artists so that they can earn money, support themselves and their family. And the second mission is to earn money to pay back to the school Pha Pung Salapa in Bat Dambong. And nowadays more than 1,200 students are receiving free education there. Another 150 students are graduate, become professional artists.
But the circus, they use original live music and then they incorporate, you know, parts of Cambodia's recent history and stories combined with some modern history. Like in the show I saw, they kind of made fun of tourists and were really funny about it, and it's just unbelievable. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you learned something new or feel inspired to share these stories as I have with you. If you are new to this channel and support what I'm doing, then definitely think about subscribing or give this video a thumbs up. Also share it with people, not only just for me and my channel, but to create awareness about Cambodia's history and the stories, because it's really important that this gets spread around the world and it helps a lot of people in the process. So yeah. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next week with a happier video, maybe not so emotional. Okay, bye!
I'm getting tatted as we speak. Look.